Hi everyone, let's talk about Dinosaur Island. So, concept of this game, I'm sure I mentioned it a couple of lessons ago on an anticipation list. Love the idea of the game, of course. Who doesn't want basically Jurassic Park, the game, and kind of theme park mixed in with that as well? The art style is, yes, garish, but intentionally and kind of beautifully so. I really, really like that element to it. It's really, really well produced. It's an incredibly heavy box, absolutely full of cardboard and these plastic dinosaurs and all of your workers and the patrons and stuff and a load of tokens and cards and things. It's really, really packed with stuff, and it's a really nice package as well. If you get it's a Kickstarter game, and there are deluxe editions that we played on the deluxe edition where there are different types of dinosaurs and stuff and a load of extra things. There's an expansion. Haven't played with that though, but yeah, there's a lot going on just in the base box in itself, and you really tell when you're carrying that around Essen for a day. But yeah, it comes with a nice solo mode as well. It's pretty standard solo mode that it's taking away some things to simulate another player, and you're trying to beat your high score. Yeah, it's nice enough. I like it when there are objectives in things as well. It's got a nice little thing of try and race to do these objectives before the end, but it does just contribute to your score, and it's not like I guess it would be too harsh if you lost the game if you couldn't complete an objective. You can house rule it like that, I guess. But yeah, it's nice, say in the Gallerist or something, where it's like you need to have achieved these things by the end to have considered this a win, rather than just have a certain kind of score. Well, it doesn't specify a score here. That's why I'm always like, I scored this. Is it good? But yeah, the game in itself, I think that it's kind of got a bit of everything in it. It's got the dice drafting, and it's got action selection here. And well, what you're buying, you get to buy two things. Then it's got worker placement in there, and then you are drawing your patrons and assigning them to places, and the hooligans getting in the way. I think that even though I feel like a bit of a hypocrite for saying this, because I feel like I've probably evangelized about games that are much more complicated and overwrought than this, it does feel like there is like a lot of, you're going into kind of a different feel of game every single phase. And it's not like it's overwhelming and you can't concentrate on that. It just... It didn't really sit well that we kept flipping around all the time. The plot twists don't bother me. Like, I was worried that they were going to be like event cards, but the fact that they come out and they're that way for the whole game, I'm fine with that. Yeah, they changed the rules a bit. Some of them are quite good, as they were in the playthrough, and can really help you along. But in a multiplayer game, they'll be helping everybody along, so it's not like you're at an advantage with that. The big thing that stood out, despite me wanting to just love the game and be evangelizing about it, and you must get this Jurassic theme park game, is that not a huge amount of it, but there is enough randomness in the game to make it a problem for me. From the dice drafting that defines the colours of DNA that you get. And that can really be, although you need certain types to refine it into advanced DNA. And if advanced DNA comes out just on the dice faces, then there's going to be a race to that. And it depends which dice have come out in a game with fewer players, because the dice do have different things on them. Like, there are dice that just give you paddock upgrades and stuff, and the other colours of advanced DNA. I think we just got yellow maybe in these dice in this game. So that's kind of a random element of it. You don't really know that going in what is going to be rolled all the time. And yeah, like, I really needed a lot of purple DNA. I managed having... there are ways of getting it. You can spend money and stuff for it. It's not like you are completely locked out of the game, but it's much, much easier if it's available for you at all in having rolled it in phase one. And the other part of it is the hooligans. I really, really don't like the hooligans in the game. It's not much of a problem for solo, really. In the entire bag, there's 3 of them, and they're probably not going to affect you very much. In a game with more players, there are a lot more in the bag, and it's quite possible, and has definitely happened, to a player in our 4-player game, where one person kind of just gets ruined from early on, because it's the way you earn money, not just the points are an important part as well. But especially early on when money is pretty scarce, drawing a load of hooligans and not really getting any money can be so devastating. And yeah, because you are just drawing them at random from a bag, there are things that you can buy. Like, it's the same as the dice. You can get the DNA you want by forfeiting actions to have to take these basic DNA actions. But if another player has rolled the right dice and got that DNA themselves, they can use their action here on something useful. And likewise, if you can't really plan out being the unlucky person that draws out a load of hooligans, there are specialist cards that help you mitigate. And I think there's some lab upgrades as well that will help you redraw some stuff. But yeah, if you're just the person that's decided, well, forget that, and you just get really, really lucky, then yeah, it's definitely something that stood out to us. And it doesn't really make the game any worse for it. That's the kind of feeling that it's going for. It is going for this random feeling, and where it's like, it's just a laugh where one person happens to draw out all of these things, but it can really, really ruin a person's strategy and set them back a long way against the other players that haven't had those unfortunate things happen to them. Like, if you don't have a problem with that kind of stuff in games, then by all means, this is going to be fantastic. And hopefully you've seen the playthrough and have already decided before I start talking about any of it. But yeah, those things stood out to us more than anything else. And I think that maybe the expansion changes some things like that. I don't know. I haven't looked into the expansion yet. But overall, just the base game, although there is a lot to like about it, overall, I don't think that it's one for us. But hey, there's loads more that are for us, right? I'm going to be filming them soon, probably. So go and watch some of them, maybe. There's hundreds on this channel. I'm sure you'll find another one that you like. Maybe we'll agree on that one. Maybe we agreed on this one. Tell me in the comments. I like agreeing. Anyway, I'm going to go now and do some more filming. Bye, everyone.